What's up, people? This is Awbrawler for the Intelligent, and well, not even one question. I have a series of questions for you. Now, just bear with me. You'll see where this is going. Do you have any idea what this is? You do? That's great. This is a Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast released in 1999. Why am I talking about a Sega Dreamcast in this video? Bear with me. Sega Dreamcast released in 1999. Now, in 1999, Sega Dreamcast released with exclusive games. Lots of exclusive games on it. Crazy Taxi, Ready to Rumble Boxing, Power Stone, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 1. Yeah, so Phantasy Star Online coming on with that. The Worms World Party, which was big at the time. But you know what Sega Dreamcast did not have? Sega Dreamcast did not have any Sega Saturn games whatsoever. Remixed, remastered, remade, no Sega Saturn games were on the Dreamcast. Sega CD, no Sega CD games were on the Dreamcast. Sega Genesis, no Sega Genesis games were on the Dreamcast. Sega Master System, oh, you better believe there were no Sega Master System games on the Dreamcast. Now, yes, the Dreamcast fizzled out in the middle of the gen and ended up being fourth place of its gen and it did not succeed, but this was back in 1999. So why is it now in 2015 we have two new consoles that are out that the majority of their library is games from the previous gen? Again, I'm not saying those games are bad. I actually like some of those games. I actually love Metal Gear. But even that's really crazy to me, is that Metal Gear, big name AAA title, released on the last gen console. Why did you release the next gen if you're still releasing your big name games on the last gen? Titanfall released on the 360. Why are you releasing an Xbox One if you're still making your big name games on the 360? Destiny with its big ridiculous over the top budget for that game that didn't live up to it, in my opinion, released on the 360 and the PS3. Why do we need a PS4 version and an Xbox One version then? Do you see what I'm saying here? I was saying it earlier today on Twitter, depending on when you're watching this. And yes, this gen is going to be looked back. There's going to be looked back on by all the younger generation. They're going to look back at this, go through the history of gaming, and they're going to look at this gen. They're going to wonder, what were they smoking? It's probably what they're going to be thinking. They're like, why is it that this gen looks like a repeat of the last gen? Was this a mistake? Did really nobody notice this and they just let that fly? Did they okay this? They condone this madness? That's what they're going to be thinking. Because, again, I'm not saying that the games are bad for anybody to flame me. I'm just saying, what's the purpose? What's the point of releasing a next-gen console if it still has last-gen games? There is... Like, why wasn't Metal Gear Solid 5 exclusive? Metal Gear Solid 4 was exclusive, and it was phenomenal for it. Because you could not have pulled that off on the PS2. Could not. I don't care. Metal Gear Solid 5, as awesome as it is, I know, hey, all of this can be pulled off on the PS3 because it was done on the PS3, and it's available for the PS3, so I know it can be done. I don't get it. And then the thing that really, really just grinds my gears is when I'm talking about games and I happen to bring up the elephant in the room, which is the Wii U, and everyone goes to, well, it doesn't count as part of this gen. It's like 7.5 gen. It's not 8th gen. Why isn't it? Why doesn't it count as part of this gen? Is it because that it's not filled to the brim with ports and remakes of stuff from the last gens? So yeah, if it's not full of ports and remakes from the last gen, then heck, if that's what this gen means is ports and remakes, I don't want to be part of this gen. Good, it's not part of this gen. But you notice what you do see on the Wii U? You see exclusives. Even out the get-go, when you buy a Wii U, if you would have bought one day one, guess what? Nintendo Land can't play that on the Wii U. I can't play that on the Wii. Pikmin 3 even can't play that on the Wii. Lego City Undercover can't play that on the Wii. Scribblenauts can't play that on the Wii. Bayonetta 2 can't play that on the Wii. Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Splatoon, Sonic Boom. Yes, I know you guys hate that game. Sonic Lost Worlds can't play that on the Wii. Hyrule Warriors can't play that on the Wii. Mario 3D World cannot play that on the Wii. Notice a trend here. Xenoblade Chronicles is coming. Cannot play that on the Wii. Why is it dang near 2 years in and finally we're seeing things like Halo coming? I mean, for all the hate that the Wii U gets, it's kind of funny that the other two gets a free pass and get to have port, remake, definitive edition, great googly moogly, look at the graphics. No, that doesn't make sense. Why do they get that free pass? That's ridiculous. And again, at this point, I'm trying to figure out in my mind, why did they release these systems? They were rushed. That's the only thing I can think of. They were rushed, or either this gen is rushed or it's a mistake. It's one of the two. Again, not saying these systems suck, not saying the games suck, but all I'm saying is you're not buying these systems for the games. Don't lie to me. You're buying them for the features. There's some cool new features. The press button to go straight to a Twitch stream. Yes, that's cool. But you're not buying them for the games. You can't be. You're buying them for the features. Because if you're buying them for the games, you're fooling yourself. Case in point. I have here a PlayStation TV. Right here. The PlayStation TV. You know what PlayStation TV does? It's basically like a portable Vita. You know what the Vita can do? I mean, not a portable Vita. It's like a console Vita with extra features. And you know what it can do? It can play games on PS Now. So let's say I wanted to play God of War. Yes, I know I'm not into God of War. But let's say I want to play God of War. I don't have to shell out money for a PS4 and get God of War collection. I can just play it on PS Now. It's a cheaper $40 option. And I already have one of these laying around, so bam. It does not make sense. Especially considering that PlayStation 4 is running around, what, 400, 350 or something like that. So 400 to 40, that is that is 10 times more money for a console. Does the same thing as a $40 one. See how silly that sounds? Yes, you're missing awesome features like streaming directly to Twitch and the camera controls and touch pad thing. Yes, again, if you're buying these new consoles, you're buying them for the features, not the games. You just can't be. I refuse to believe that. I think this whole gen was just rushed because what happened is the Wii U came out first. And regardless of what you guys want to say, like, well, they didn't feel threatened by the Wii U. We're talking about investors here and how these companies work. Investors saw, hey, new console from Nintendo. You guys better put out a console. Hey, new console from Nintendo, PlayStation, you guys better put out a console. So their investors and the people over it were clearly going, look, they showed that Wii U thing and they showed it 2011. Look, whatever you got, whatever you have you're working on here, finalize that and release it. Because this gen is even the first one ever that I remember where, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same year they showed it off at E3 is the year that it released. That's normally never happened. Why did that happen? Because it was rushed. So like I said, years from now, when years from now, when everybody dies down from the hype, and they look back, like again, just ask yourself this: if this gen were to end today, right now, if it were to just end today, right now, and new systems came out for Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation with new games, if it were to end today, could you honestly say you got your money's worth as far as next gen exclusive content went? Until next time, this is Awbrawler saying, be you, be true, be human. Awbrawler out.